Hello, welcome to the Empowerment Center. I am Dr. Matilda Fleming, and we thank you so much for tuning in to our Facebook/YouTube channel. Here at the Empowerment Center, we love to empower, encourage God's people to live their life to the fullest. And today, we're going to be encouraging you with talking about finances. Yeah. I have my brother, my road dog, my pal, Minister Nico Hopkins.
Amen.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Nico, I've known you for so many years.
It's been a long time.
Tell our viewers about you, since I know you very well. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so Nico Hopkins from Florida, Mississippi. Pretty much grew up on a single wide trailer home off a dirt road. Didn't really come from money. Nobody ever sat us around the house, sat us around the table, talked about money or anything like that. But I was blessed enough to get into an industry in wireless where I was working maybe when I started 19 to 20 years old, making good money, really good money as a 19, 20-year-old. But if I can honestly tell you, Matilda, I don't know where none of that money went.
Wow.
Honestly, man, I went about 4 years and didn't have any clue on where my money was going. I would get a check, $4,000 or $5,000 a month, but by the 15th, I was dead broke trying to ask people to borrow money.
Wow.
Where was my money going? I have the slightest idea. So, you know, I've learned through marriage and through ministry and through you guys and what you guys have done for us, and having kids and all those good things. Right. They teach you how to grow up if you're paying attention. You know, some people aren't paying attention, but I paid attention to where we put ourselves in a position to where we went through some rough patches about 3 years. That was very tough financially for us. But then, you know, we kind of climbed out of it, and I grew a passion for helping people financially because I did not want to see people go down the same paths that I went down. I feel like it could have definitely been prevented, right? But I know I had to go through that way in order to get to where I am right now. So.
And look at you now.
Absolutely.
Teaching finance.
Absolutely,
Love it. Tell us about the company that you found.
So it's called Horizon Coaching and Consulting, and our hashtag is That Ain't You.
That ain't you.
Honestly, because we must be real. In order for you to be truly financial free, of course you're gonna have to be debt free.
Yes.
And one of the principles that I always like to teach people, you're gonna have some things where you have to pay for in installments, like maybe a car, maybe a loan, maybe a house, and things along that line.
Yeah.
But however, once all those are paid off, live life debt free.
Yes.
Live life debt free.
Yes.
You know, when you're not living having to worry about who's gonna call you, having to worry about if your car gonna be dragged up backwards down the street. You know, it's just a certain level of peace that comes over you. You sleep a little bit better when you're debt free. So.
Love it. And you have some conferences that's coming up, and we're gonna be teaching on finance and getting debt free, building the credit back up.
Absolutely.
Love it. Talk about that.
So honestly, our coaching and consulting firm, we major in 4 areas, which is credit. We major in cash flow, which is just a fancy word for budget because some people don't like the word budget no more. We major in retirement just because you have to have it. Don't allow Social Security to take care of you for the rest of your life. If you leave it up to them, you're going to be without.
Yes.
And the 4th one is just fun money, right? Because we all know we can't be so structured and not have a little fun money now. Absolutely. So we got to have fun money right now.
I like your teaching already.
But absolutely. But our first one that we're going to talk about is credit.
Okay.
Because credit, it stops you from buying a house. It stops you from buying a car that you really want to have.
Yeah.
And it takes the power from you and gives it to whoever it is. It gives it to the lender.
Yeah.
And when you don't come to the table with anything that could possibly help you out, you got to take whatever they give you.
Right.
And a lot of times what they give you is going to be for the betterment of that particular institution. You know, so
That's true.
So when you're thinking about credit, when you're thinking about buying a car, for instance, you can go to a dealership. Sometimes they have interest rates that's 3%. Sometimes they have interest rates that's all the way up to 26%. So we take a car that's $20,000 and we get a 3% interest rate. You may only pay $1,500 in interest over the course of that whole loan.
Wow.
But if you get the exact same $20,000 car and you get, let's just say, a 26, 28%, which is still legal. It's crazy, but it's still legal.
Yeah.
You'll be paying for that car. You'll be paying $15,000 in that car. It's just interest.
Wow.
And by the time you drive that car off the lot, it didn't drop in value so much that now you're upside down. So I want to help people to get out of those situations and not have to have that as their only option. So that's what we're going to talk about at the weekend. We're also going to talk about a couple of different tips that you can do in order to boost your credit score. Like, what people don't realize is, yes, there is a such thing as people have been slinging out about credit repair. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be real until there's real no such thing as real credit repair.
Okay.
You can only restore your credit. You really can't repair it. Whatever you put on it, you got to pay it.
That's it.
Period. There's only way. There's no other way around it. Now, you can pay it smart though.
Okay.
There are ways that the credit agency can, settle on a couple of different things, but you got to make sure that you got the wording right. Gotcha. Those are some of the things that we're going to talk about at the seminar on Saturday.
Love it. Awesome. So, if we were going to encourage our viewers on today on biblical principles,
gotcha.
How will we do that and turn it to finance?
Gotcha. All right. Well, the first one is definitely you want to be a tither. Okay. Right? Because the Bible says bring your 10% to the storehouse, so there should be meat in the storehouse.
Right.
And the meat is just what the actual congregation gets to take back to the community in order for the community to live great. Because honestly, there's no need of us being inside of a church and we're the only people that we're helping.
That's it.
Because if we're the only people that we're helping, we're really not doing the work that Christ did. We're really not doing the work that Paul did. There was no four walls or anything like that. So they went out into the community. Right. So with our tithe, that takes it back to the community, so we can do outreach programs, so we can do missions, all those different things. And also your offering. So that's the second principle. Yeah. Your offering is one of the things that you give above and beyond your tithe. Yes. So whatever you have that you didn't pay after your tithes, you get that as your offering. Again, that helps the church, that helps the community. And if we're going to be honest, we have to get in a position to where we're not only helping people just in prayers, we need to bring something else to help them. We got to bring sound principle. We got to bring knowledge. We got to bring workshops. We have to bring something, because you can't just tell somebody, I'm going to pray for you that your life's going to be turned off. Yes. But you ain't told me how to invest my money. You ain't told me how to get my credit score up. You ain't told me about a secure loan. Wow. You haven't told me about anything. You just said I'm going to pray for you. So we just can't be out just praying for everybody and not having nothing behind those prayers. And we need to be givers. So absolutely. We get the money. Absolutely. Get out of debt. Absolutely. Save. Absolutely. Then we can give. Saving is a key component though. I'm going to be honest. So when we talk about an emergency fund, emergency fund is baby step number one. Okay. Because if you don't have an emergency fund, everything that you have going on is an emergency. Come on. Hear me when I say this now. If you don't have an emergency fund, every single thing that you have going on is an emergency. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be on the edge of a cliff. And if any small thing happens, let's just say studies have shown, have proven that if the average person misses one paycheck, that puts them in poverty. Wow, that's huge. I'm talking about poverty. That's huge. So people can't even get out of those particular situations because they don't have an emergency fund set up. Wow. So those are a lot of the things that we go into depth with from the company standpoint, because we're all about saving. We're all about making sure you got the right cash flow, because again, people don't like the word budgeting. Retirement, making sure that you got enough money set aside to where when it's time for you to shut it down, you can shut it down. Yeah. And also we talk about fun money. I love fun money. I love fun money. We all love fun money. Absolutely. So let me encourage all of our viewers, please come out to his conference, his group. They're doing a wonderful job, and they're trying to help build the kingdom by helping all of us learn how to deal with our finances. Give us some information on how you can get to this conference. Absolutely. So the conference is at 4800 Watkins Drive. That's in Jackson, Mississippi. 4800 Watkins Drive, Jackson, Mississippi. The church is called New Vision Worship Center International. So if you're coming off 220, take the Watkins Drive exit, about a mile or two on the left, you'll see the church. Also, if you want to buy tickets online, you can go to Eventbrite. All you have to do is search credit in Jackson, Mississippi, and boom, it'll pop up. The tickets are only $20, and you can have the tickets there at the door. All right. Also, you can reach us at Nico Hopkins on social media, on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and as well as my email address, It's going to be nicohopkins6@gmail.com.
Wow. Thank you, Nico. Thank you so much. Thank you to our viewers. And we hope to see you at these conferences. You will be blessed extremely. And just know that if you like this conversation, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and know that encouraging others is a great blessing from God. Thank you for coming and viewing this channel with us. And we just want to appreciate you right now. And we'll see you next time.